everybody. This is Jack Randall Earls, the man in the chair, and I'd like to welcome you to our second episode this season. I'm here today to talk with Shelly McFadden. She's the director of our second production of our 63rd season, the comedy The Pink Panther Strikes Again. Now, the comedy Pink Panther Strikes Again will be presented July 11th through the 13th and July 17th through the 20th. The auditions are Sunday, May the 5th at 3 p.m. and Monday, May the 6th at 7 p.m. in the Michael McLean Rehearsal Center here at the Hazel Day Longden Theater. The show's being sponsored by Green Realty. So, hi, Shelly, how are you?
I'm great, Jack. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for stopping by to talk about your show.
I'm excited.
The Pink Panther Strikes Again. Yes. Okay, now, Shelly, tell me, what was your first show at Putnam County Playhouse, and how did you get involved?
My first show at the Playhouse was the female version of The Odd Couple, and I just saw the auditions in the paper. I hadn't done theater since I was in high school, but I wasn't that far out of high school.
No.
And so anyway, I came and auditioned, and you were the director, and I got the role of Florence Unger. So that was a lot of fun. And then my husband and Brad Sandy ended up being the two brothers. And oh my gosh, I had so much fun, met so many wonderful people. And so I just got hooked.
Yes, that was a very fun show. And I still owe Shelly a nickel because I bet her that she would get a laugh on her exit as she dragged her suitcase off. And the audience did not think it was as funny as I did. So I owe you 6 or 7 nickels.
Yeah, with interest.
I'll pay you sometime. Now, besides appearing on stage, you also started directing. What was your first show that you directed?
I think my first show was Never Too Late. I think that was the first show I directed.
Was that before I'll Be Back Before?
I think it was before I'll Be Back Before Midnight. I don't know if I would have had the courage to direct I'll Be Back Before Midnight first.
Oh.
It was second? Oh, it was second. I guess I'll Be Back Before Midnight was my first show. What a stupid thing to do.
Yeah. Well, it's, you were in I'll Be Back Before Midnight.
That's right. Yeah. It was The Mark of Cain.
The Mark of Cain.
The Mark of Cain. And I had Keith Bodnarik and Lori Briones, and there were so few people in it. But I had to have a body double for Keith Briones, and you know, he's tall, skinny, dark. And I ended up I had asked this kid to be my stage manager well before we had auditions, and he ended up being the body double for Keith. So it was, the magic of the Playhouse.
Yes, the magic of the Playhouse. And I was in Never Too Late.
Yes, you were.
You. And you've directed Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Drowsy Chaperone, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and really a great
Early
collection
Modern
of plays, Early Modern Millie.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to be in some of them. So, and you and I played Mr. and Mayor and Eulalie Shin
in the Music Man, which I also directed.
Which you also directed. Okay. So, well, I guess that answers that question for us. Okay. Now, tell us a little bit about the Pink Panther Strikes Again, about the play and about the characters that are involved.
Well, it's just a fun show. It kind of takes up where I think it's the return of the Pink Panther takes off, right?
Yes.
And so Chief Inspector Dreyfus is in a mental institution after dealing with Clouseau, and he escapes, and he's determined to kill Clouseau, and so he enlists a bunch of assassins from all over the place, and it's just so much fun. And then he decides he's going to destroy the world if the world doesn't give him Clouseau. So there's so many great characters. Of course, Clouseau and Dreyfus and Cato and Dr. Fassbender, who's the inventor of the Doomsday Machine, and his daughter. And then Olga is his Clouseau's love. It's just a funny show. There's lots of characters.
So, Cato, there is karate in this.
Yeah, of some sort.
Some sort. Okay. So these are the people that you're looking to cast Again.
Yes.
Now, what can people expect to do at your auditions, and what are you looking for in someone who might want to audition for a leading role?
Well, probably the two leads would be Clouseau and Dreyfus, and those are going to be pretty physically demanding. There's a lot of just physical comedy that will be involved really with a lot of characters, but especially those two and Cato. We can, of course, modify things as we need to, but it'll be fun. And because there are so many characters in this show that we plan to double and sometimes triple. So one actor will play 2 and possibly 3 characters, except for Clouseau and Dreyfus and Olga. I can't remember the others. There are just a few that aren't that aren't double cast.
I'll let you look at my book when we're done, so you can brush up on that before auditions.
Thank you.
So playing multiple parts is always fun because that means extra costumes and sometimes different hair and a different accent. So that's fun.
I think it's going to be fun for the whole cast.
Oh, I think so
we're
too.
going to have a blast.
Now, do you have any particular age or physical requirements for folks who are thinking about auditioning?
I really don't, except I do plan on probably not casting anyone under 18. I'd like to go 19 and older, just because it's just an adult cast. There's nothing in it that's going to be, I don't know, adult.
Objectionable?
Yes, there's nothing objectionable in it.
That's
but
in August.
That's right. No, I just thought that I just would like to have an adult cast. I did that with Clue, and I mean, we had so much fun with that show, and I anticipate this one being every bit of fun as that.
So you say probably 18 or 19. Is there an age limit at the other end of the spectrum, how
No.
old you can be?
No.
Miss it by that much. Okay. Now, will there be any physicality at auditions so that you can see how people move? Or?
I really haven't decided yet. I mean, I really haven't decided that yet.
So you may.
I might have especially the Inspector Clouseau, show me some karate moves and, things like that, a little judo.
Or
so,
not, yes.
Yeah.
Now,
and maybe Cato too.
How do you think our audiences will respond to this show?
Oh my gosh, I think they're going to love it. I actually like the play better than I like the movie. I rewatched the movie because I remember laughing so hard when I saw that, and then I rewatched it a few months ago, and I thought, oh, this is so much better.
Yes.
So I think it's just going to be fun.
Well, they certainly get the flavor of the movie, and
Yes.
it wouldn't hurt if somebody wants to watch the movie to maybe get familiar with
Not at all.
some
Just
of the characters.
as long as they realize this is going to be a lot more fun than the movie. What does Blake Edwards know?
That's right. Blake Edwards. Yeah. If I had Blake Edwards' money, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Okay, so I certainly agree with you. And Shelly, thank you so much for talking to us and enlightening our audience about the Pink Panther Strikes Again. Again, the comedy Pink Panther Strikes Again will be at the Playhouse July 11th through the 13th and July 17th through the 20th. Auditions are Sunday, May the 5th at 3 p.m. and Monday, May the 6th at 7 p.m. in the Michael McLean Rehearsal Center here at the Hazel Day Longden Theater. This show is sponsored by Green Realty. Thanks to our guest, Shelly McFadden, and see you next time.